I rarely watch basketball because I know it's usually politicized. When I say politicized, let's put the liberal and conservative crap aside. We'll talk about how the NBA is too motivated by money. Draymond Green was on the news recently because he clotheslined someone in the fit of rage. He literally Hulk rage, turn around and clothesline the guy right in the neck. Now, that is pretty dangerous because there is no bone on the neck, and usually when boxers get punched in the neck, they get lobotomized. So, why does Draymond Green still get to play in the NBA? Well, very simple. He helps the NBA make a lot of money. You see, Draymond Green is not really a good player. Take a look at his stats. They are mediocre. It's mostly just Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson carrying the team, and he's just playing a super aggressive center, causing a shit fest to create clearance for Curry or Thompson to take their threes. Here's the situation. Green is not going to get banned because he's too valuable to the NBA. Just look at him. He can perform an assault on players that are valuable to the NBA. The NBA being the NBA, being so profit greedy, they are just going to let it slide. Hell, even his own teammate couldn't believe what they saw when they see Draymond Green assaulting people. For those of you that don't know who that guy was, that was James Harden, also known as the Beard. He is probably one of the top players on the East Coast, but even he is not as important as Green because Green can stir up controversy, which is good PR. Well, it's bad PR, but there's no such thing as bad PR for the NBA. Just take a look at Stephen Curry's face. He couldn't believe what he just saw. I think the human snake on the left couldn't believe what he saw as well. The human snake being Kevin Durant. This is so off-putting because this is kind of unprovoked, and James Harden is known for being a nice guy, and if Draymond Green can do this to a nice guy of the NBA, what is he going to do to other players? Well, here's another clip of him stepping on Sabonis, not only stepping on him, but using him as a launching pad. This is a pretty big deal because Draymond Green is huge. He is the center for the Warriors, and he is, from what I remember, 6'6", and he is around 230 pounds. I mean, yeah, these other basketball players are huge guys, but don't forget, they're also made of flesh and bones, and their bone is no different from a smaller person's bone. They might be a little more dense because of all that mass, but being stepped on by a guy that's 230 pounds and being used as a launching pad can result in a bunch of broken ribs, and in severe cases, all those ribs could have snapped and they could have punctured Sabonis in the lungs. But you know, Draymond being Draymond, he doesn't care if he kills someone. I think Draymond actually takes the spot for being one of my most hated basketball players in the NBA. Like, I thought I would hate LeBron James more, but just turns out that Draymond Green just likes to assault people for fun. Here's a clip of Draymond Green tackling LeBron James in the middle of the court, absolutely unprovoked. So, how is that okay? Because the NBA doesn't seem to have a problem with assaults, especially on live television. It just seems like the NBA is promoting this because, you know, they could have prevented all of this if they permanently banned him, but they want to keep him around because, you know, he makes a lot of controversy. A lot of controversy means free marketing. Free marketing, more money. Also, that is not the most amazing thing. Green, despite his shitty stats, he managed to fool the Warriors into paying him $100 million in a 4-year contract. That is so crazy because as a coach that manages a team, you're limited by how much money you can spend on a player. And of course, you want to spend more money on a player that plays more frequently. However, Draymond Green is very prone to getting ejected, so he's not really playing as much as Klay Thompson or Steph Curry is. Granted, they are getting paid more, but he gets ejected way more often to the point where I think he's ripping off the Warriors. You would think the Warriors would be against Draymond Green's actions, but if you look at this clip, Steve Kerr will protect Draymond Green even though he is blatantly in the wrong. Look at Steve Kerr protect Green when he palm thrust a dude in the neck. So why is this okay for Draymond Green to punch players in the neck? What special rule allows him to punch players in the neck? Why would Steve Kerr think it's okay that Draymond Green gets to assault players? It makes no sense. Of course, you cannot control a player like a remote control in a video game, but you could have stopped it. You could have prevented it. It makes no sense that he's defending Draymond Green for assaulting a player. I don't know. Maybe it's written somewhere in the NBA rule where it's specifically stated that Draymond Green can assault a player and all he will suffer is a 1-game suspension. Maybe. Just maybe. So now, to the meat of the situation as to why Draymond Green is getting all this attention. As many of you guys may have heard, Draymond Green assaulted Nurkic with a blatant clothesline. And looking at the penalty, all he got is a 1-game suspension. And then at the post-game interview, Steve Kerr said he needs help. And by help, he means don't suspend him. Keep letting him play.
To me, this is about more than basketball. It's about helping Draymond. I think it's an opportunity for Draymond to step away and to make a change in his approach, in his life. And that's not an easy thing to do. That's not something you say, okay, we're going to do 5 games, and then he's going to be fine, right? The league did that, did 5 games after the incident with Rudy. That's not the answer, to pick a number. The answer is to help Draymond and give him the help he needs, give him an opportunity to make a change that will not only help him, help our team, but help him for the rest of his life.
So according to Steve Kerr, Draymond Green needs help. And by help, he means don't suspend Draymond Green. Just keep letting him play and give him this opportunity. Here's the thing. He is not taking the risk. Draymond Green is not taking the risk. Draymond Green is going to keep attacking players that are going against him. And it's the opponent of the Warriors that are going to take the risk by giving him this opportunity, even though he needs to earn his chance. Steve Kerr is asking for a chance when they should be working to earn it. And here's the thing. Steve Kerr being Steve Kerr, he doesn't care about the well-being of other people. Like, literally, Draymond Green can kill someone by accident. Steve Kerr is just going to be like, well, just give him another chance. Well, and he's just worried about his own career because Draymond Green, even though he has shitty stats, he does serve some kind of purpose on the Warriors, which is why he has no problem telling people, just take a hit for me so I can make my career look better. And now, after watching this video, I believe Steve Kerr should get banned as well for basically enforcing violence, because Draymond Green has a proven track record to be a violent player throughout the NBA. This is not the UFC, it's a ball sport. So yeah, Steve Kerr is just using sympathy like, oh, we need to help this guy, as an attempt to keep Green playing in the game. That way, Steve Kerr can look good with his dogshit career. But in reality, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson is carrying the game. Now, I tried looking up Draymond Green's other good side, as I only talk about the bad in this situation. It's just to be fair. I normally do it just to see if he's done any good deeds, maybe that counteracts his behavior, and it turns out he has done a good deed. He donated $1 million to a college, and that's about it. He has a bunch of scandals up behind him, and it's nice to see that Steve Kerr promotes this kind of behavior. Good job, Steve. You really know how to represent San Francisco. I guess you have a reason as to why you name your son Nick. All in all, I'm not invested into basketball because it's heavily profit driven, where you watch a live game, it's going to be advertisements 75% of the time, which is why I don't like basketball in terms of watching it live. Also, for popular players like Draymond Green, he can do whatever he wants because the NBA will protect him from getting banned. After all, he is the reason why people are talking about the NBA right now. I think the only reason the NBA will ever consider permabanning him is if he pulls out a knife and stabs someone. That is, if he is brain dead enough to do that. But yeah, that's never gonna happen. So with that being said, I said enough. If you like watching my videos, subscribe to my channel, and I upload frequently, I guess. Alright, see you.